Pandas, welcome to the stream, pandas. I'm glad that you can join us today. Hey, I'm excited for today. We're gonna find those two-legged pullbacks. We're gonna find the best setups possible for today. Let's go, baby. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Hey, let's start off with filling out that poll. Let me know what kind of day you think today might be. Welcome to the stream, pandas. Hey, let's start off with some good mornings, good evenings. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning, Richard. Good morning, Uriel. Good morning, Jay. Welcome, pandas. Welcome, my pandas. As you guys are rolling in, I'm going to just go over yesterday's charts. I'm going to do a daily chart review. And as people are rolling in, hopefully we can get this daily chart review done. And around maybe 10 minutes, we can start to get back into the pre-market analysis here. Good morning, Phil W. Good morning, Jerry is awake. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Wow, what a day yesterday. What a downtrend. I mean, yesterday after the stream, I actually did not look at the charts much. So I didn't even see this huge downtrend until I started looking at the markets today. So what a day yesterday if you're trading yesterday. And that's the thing about live trading is during the live stream, all we had was kind of these even though this is an uptrend, no entries the entire way. No entries for here. And so we're just stared at this for a very long time and nothing happening. And so I just ended the stream around here after I saw that this was successful. And all in stream, all we did was able to take this L4 or H4 setup off the 240 SMA, multiple failed breakdowns here, bottom of the trading range. And we were able to scalp out right there, and our runner got stopped out. But if you're swing trading, this would have been a nice little swing here. Plus, if you're trading major term reversals, then that would be a nice place to take 10 plus points. But let's go ahead and look at any trades that we could potentially have taken yesterday. So let's see here. We have this big break of trend, multiple bear bars in a row. And we see this move up, and notice something here, pandas, that this top of this bar hits the bottom of this bar here. And so what we have here now is this gap filling. And now we're getting another push down, strong push down, and we have a two-legged pullback here. That's a tricky two-legged pullback in my opinion. Would I have taken this two-legged pullback? Maybe. I mean, you have now this sort of channel like this, and it is off the 20 EMA. The only problem is that there's a failed trap here. And typically when there's a failed trap, especially off support, you would think that potentially there will be a reversal here when traps fail. And so when you have this trap here failing to make a point, it only makes about 4 ticks, and then reverses right back up here, I'm actually expecting a trap here because also terrible signal bar. So that's a little tricky. I would have not expected this downtrend to really have continued here. Plus, let's see if we have a measure move. Measure move like this has been hit and bounced off of it. And so you have this measure move here, and that's a little tricky. Even though on hindsight bias, that looks really good, when we see this bar, of course. But if you're in the market like this and you see this bounce off here, you just had this big uptrend and maybe a pullback here. It's a little tricky, I think, in my opinion, to go short right here. So I would skip it if I saw that live. Now, if I saw this one live, another terrible signal bar, but another two-legged pullback. So these are two-legged pullbacks. A, B, C. Two-legged pullback off the 20 MA. After seeing this, another push down, that also would be tricky, terrible signal bar. Very difficult to have taken, in my opinion, live. Plus, you actually would be sweating for a while. You'd be sweating for about 3 bars, and that's about 5 minutes of just waiting for something to happen. And finally comes back up, and now when we see this come up here, you're thinking potential trading range here, in my opinion. Still no good setups actually. Even though we have two two-legged pullbacks successful for a scalp. In my opinion, trading that live, that might have been very difficult to have traded. Mainly because of terrible signal bar, but yeah, but context is decent. Guys are rolling in. Good morning. Good morning. Calvary Trader wants me to scalp 8 ticks instead of 4. He wants me to go for 2 points instead of 1. We'll see. I'm just trying to find these potential good setups here that we had missed. Going over the daily chart review. This is yesterday's trades. Still on downtrend here. Downtrend. Pretty strong downtrend. And then you see this big reversal bar here. I mean, no entries here. I would not take this short either. Skipping all these. Skip. This one definitely skip. Terrible, super choppy, terrible signal bar. And this is why we don't take those bad signal bars. This trap might be decent here, and mainly because you do have a slight reversal pattern here. You have this downtrend, break of trend, new low, and then a new high. Right, this high breaks the previous pivot high, and now we have a two-legged pullback, trap, trade, and it's enough to scalp out, but not enough to really get you a swing. So you could scalp out right here potentially, but it's also pretty tricky in my opinion. This one's a little tricky, but failed, 3 failed, pushes down. This one I would potentially have taken, but again, trading live, that might be tricky just because it's so choppy. Really anything can happen here, especially with a strong bear bar like this. You're thinking maybe another push down, but a little difficult in my opinion. Now we're getting double top territory here. We're hitting double top here. Right, the close of these bars, it just tests it and reverses on a dime. You got a lower high setup here, two-legged pullback, A, B, C. It's a lower high two-legged pullback. Again, a little difficult to take, but decent signal bar actually. This is a pretty decent signal bar, and with the current downtrend, that might be tempting with this double bottom here. But also in my opinion, this trading range indicator, I've detected this trading range, and I would not go short in the bottom trading range. It's a little tricky here. This H4 setup here, potentially to go long off here, and you'll be sweating the entire time. But this H4 does give you a scalp here. I'm not sure if I've taken that, but maybe I've taken that live. But really nothing super strong yet. Nothing super strong. And then finally you get this super big push up. In my opinion, nothing really convincing here. Maybe just this here, but nothing other than that. Maybe I would take in this H4 setup with a pretty decent signal bar, but I typically don't like to take the H4s in choppiness like this. When it starts to chop and the H4 appears, I typically don't like to take it just because I've seen it so many times fail. And because of that, I don't know if I'll take in this. Plus you'll be sweating the entire time. I think you're still thinking like trading range choppiness and just very hard price action to trade all the way until finally around 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock is when we start to see some actual price action, tradable price action in my opinion. All of this right here is very difficult to trade. And if you didn't trade here and if you just stepped away from the computer at midday, that might have been a good thing for you. Now, when you start to see this drop here, this really big drop on the 2K chart. When you see a drop like this, something has changed. You must have some sort of paradigm shift. You're thinking at this point, when you have these 2 big bear bars here, with more follow through, you're thinking at this point, something has shifted. Something has shifted. Even though you had a strong push up, notice once you break below the low, this strong push up is completely negated. What you do have here though is break of trend plus new low. So you may be looking for a major trend reversal somewhere here, but in my opinion, when you have strong bull bar or bear bars like this, this must have been an announcement. It must have been some sort of announcement that had caused this. But essentially, whatever event happened, this is when you can start actually trading. So, strong push down. No entries yet. No entries still no entries. No way you're going long here after this huge push down under the 20 MA. No way you're going long. Now you're coming way back up. Something, again, you're thinking paradigm shift, and you might think this might be an uptrend. Very difficult to trade, in my opinion. This big swing down, no entries. This big swing up. Maybe if you want to go long here, you could potentially have gone long here, but after this strong push down, in my opinion, going way below any previous pivot lows. I mean, if you look way to the left, you can find some supports here, some price action, but really, really difficult to trade, in my opinion, even though with these strong moves up and down. Strong move up, you might be looking for a two-legged pullback actually. A, B, C. You might be looking for two-legged pullback. I might be interested in two-legged pullback here, to be honest. But as we go to the right, let's see. We see the two-legged pullback actually triggers way down here. No two-legged pullback yet. A, B, C, and this two-legged pullback triggers way below the 20 MA. So now you're thinking, even though this is a strong push-up, you're like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 non-bull bars in a row. Something's going on here. Something's a little tricky. You might have measure move, some sort of type of measure move here. You might have some sort of type of measure move. You do have a double top here, top of the trading range as well. Right, the trading range would have marked this trading range already, way up here. Now we go to the right, and it actually does trap you out. So that's a little tricky. That's why I don't take these two-legged pullbacks under the 20 MA, because you have potential for something like this. This trap does fail. It would stop you out if you had a Mackian stop loss. If you had a bye-bye stop, you would be okay here, and actually got your point. I'm thinking at this point, when this pushes below this pivot low, we're looking to go short. We're looking to go short. We're looking for downtrend. I'm gonna have this channel here. I would probably look for. I would probably enter here. I mean, I don't know actually if this scalps out now or not, but in my opinion, if I saw that right there like this, I think I would have taken this trade. Right, two-legged pullback off the 20 MA Pikachu trade. Strong downtrend off this trend line, and it does give you the point. I would have taken this trade live. Even though I saw this, I didn't actually know if I'll make a point. Looking at this price action, strong push down below the 20 MA, cannot break above it. Now we have trend line. We're off the trend line and off the 20 MA, two-legged pullback. I would have considered going short here. The only hesitation I would have is the bottom of the trading range, marked by the trading range indicator. But looking at this right now, the price action, I would have considered going short here. It does give you the point plus more. In fact, you probably would have a runner because you don't actually get your point until I think this bar, and this bar looks like a strong enough push that doesn't come back to retest, and does give you a big runner if you can get that runner there. Pandas, let's go baby. Hey, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Just going over yesterday's chart review. That trade would have been very interesting. Take this trap here. I don't know if I would have taken it, but that does give you a point. I would have considered it because of the failed trap here, reversal. That might be the only reason why I would have taken that trade, but man, that's a little difficult because you don't really have a strong breakup trend yet. Very difficult. I would have adjusted it there. I think, in my opinion, very difficult to take that trap. Even though it's in good context, like it's above the 20 MA, a little tricky. It's very tricky in my opinion. Strong push down, two-legged pullback here, terrible signal bar. But it's a two-legged pullback. I would skip that purely based on signal bar alone. Very bad signal bar. This two-legged pullback, I would have definitely considered. Man, look at the 20 MA. It's just being so strong now. Top of the trading range as well. Signal bar. Signal bar is not that good. You do have a Pikachu trade here. Another two-legged pullback. So far, the two-legged pullbacks on this super strong downtrend have been very successful. This one actually fails. Does stop you? Would you have stopped you out right there for maybe a point or so, and then you could have easily made it up later down the trend. This trap. I would have been upset at this trap because I would have definitely been considering it. But the only thing is that it would have been an outside bar reversal, right? Probably broke up, and it comes back down, and this outside bar reversal would make it difficult for me to go in. But if this ended a little cleaner, then I would have probably entered here. Terrible context here. The price action is just crazy after. You do have another two-legged pullback, but notice here, pandas, this two-legged pullback. This is why I don't like to trade these trades. Because you have this bear bar that ends up bullish, and terrible signal bar. Like, this is why signal bar is important. Terrible signal bar. Sorry, this two-legged pullback actually looks like this. Two-legged pullback, and actually does trap you out, and finally does on the next, after this trap fails, reverses. But man, that's tricky. Terrible signal bar to enter into. Again, terrible signal. So many terrible signal bars. All these signal bars are terrible. Very difficult to enter. The super strong downtrend might be worth it, but terrible signal bars. All right, let's go into the pre-market. We're into the pre-market session. Good morning, guys. Hey, give me some good mornings, good evenings for those pandas here. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Welcome to the stream. We're actually finally breaking this trend line way over here. We adjusted here. Big channel. Finally breaking above it now. Finally breaking above it. Pandas, don't forget to fill out that poll. Let me know what kind of day you think today might be. Make sure you hit that like button. Give me some good mornings, good evenings, pandas. Welcome to the stream. I'm Bye Money. I'm glad that you can join us today. Hey, on this channel, we trade pure price action. We trade only one single instrument, the S&P futures. I trade only one single setup, the two-legged pullback, A, B, C. 2 pushes down or 2 pushes up. If you want more details about the setup, you can look at the description below. It's a pure price action setup. And so on this channel, what we do differently from all the other streamers is we use pure price action. I don't have any other indicators. I don't have RSIs. I don't look for divergences. I look at pure price action here, and I read bar by bar what's happening. And on the chart, I have an indicator that counts all legs for me and marks second entries. When I say counts legs for me, it's not counting each bar, right? I'm not counting each bar, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever, how many bars there are. I'm counting the legs. I'm doing leg counts. And so when we have 4 pushes down, this typically is a good setup, right? 1 push down, 2 push down, 3 push down, 4 pushes down. And if you want to know how to count legs, also there's a in the playlist, there's a description below. In the description, there's a playlist, and it goes over how to count legs. And what we like to do, why counting legs is important, is because counting legs helps us identify second entries or two-legged pullbacks. And so this indicator here automatically finds it for us. Keeps track of all leg counts, and all you have to do is look to the right of the chart, and if this number here, this diamond, is a dark green or dark red diamond, then that is a second entry. Maybe I'll make the diamond a little bit bigger here for you guys. See if I can make these a little bigger. Alright, I just made the super signal a little bit bigger for you guys so maybe you can see it. Typically don't make it this big, but hopefully it might be useful for you guys. So right now what we see here is a green 2, light green 2, not dark green 2. This means that it's a first entry to go long. Why is it a first entry? Because all we have here is A, B, and this will be the first entry. Sorry, what am I talking about? First entry just looks like this. It's a first entry because we have a new high. Counts reset. So we have a 1 here because the count reset because a new high. It will be a first entry here. Notice now we have break of trend, pandas. We have overshoot here, potential overshoot on this side. Pretty strong bull bars here. 1, 2, multiple bull bars in a row. About to hit market open. Hey guys, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you get some good mornings, good evenings in the chat. We want to let as many people know about the stream as possible before market open. By the way, if you want more information about the two-legged pullback indicator, you can check out the official website, www.twoleggedpullback.com. M Bond says, good morning from, is that MN? I'm not sure what MN is. What's MN, pandas? What's MN? I'm not sure what MN is. Love your content. Thank you for doing these live streams. Hey, I'm glad you enjoy it. Rick Hines says, ask, hey Panda, does this indicator work for two-legged pullback only, or any other strategy might be useful for it? I mean, counting legs is important just for anything, but typically we look for two-legged pullbacks, but also helps if you like to look for H4, L4 setups, which are just two-legged pullbacks. But yeah, I mean, it's really up to you how you want to use it, but it is specifically used for two-legged pullbacks. All right, pandas, let's end this poll here. Actually, most of you guys think it's gonna be a trading range day today. If we look at the daily here, pandas, notice how this reverses off a second entry. This two-legged pullback forms, and because of this two-legged pullback on the daily, this is a daily chart, look at this huge push down. I suspected this would happen, that it would touch the 20 MA. And then once it started trading within the wick here, I started to be very hesitant and thinking that this might have a strong push down because we started testing within this wick. And when we start testing inside a wick, typically it's not a good sign for bulls. And you know, if it's like this. So in this scenario, and so we see this strong push up, you know, this big bounce, and then a push down, breaking below. Breaking, right, failed breakout of this trading range, 10-day trading range, and we're coming back down. We touched the bottom of the trading range. We didn't bounce off of it, but we broke through it, and now we're most likely going to come right back into it, in my opinion, come back into the trading range. But notice we do have a break of trend. We have a break of trend of the 20 MA. We do have a smaller, right? Smaller trend line here. Just want to see right now, this is the most relevant trend line here for us. In my opinion, I think today probably trading range day today, but I could be wrong. We could have another push down, but I think because of this trading range here, most likely if we break above it, when we break below it, we're gonna come right back into it, and this trading range probably lasts a long time. I mean, when you have like 10 days like this, typically these trading ranges are hard to break, and so when you have this break up, most likely will fail. And the reason why these are hard to break is because the market has found some sort of equilibrium. They have found a nice spot where they like to be in, and so when it goes a little bit above it, they're gonna sell. When it goes a little bit below it, they're gonna buy. John Parkman from Montana. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Welcome to the stream, pandas. I'm glad that you can join us today. I think trading range day today, but with that being said, I'm not sure where the trading range is going to be. This trading range could be here. We have higher, low setups here, breaking above trend line. Typically, what we want to do is make a new low here. On this big trend line, new low. Let's look at the higher time frame charts here now. Beautiful on the higher time frame chart. The 10K chart has a beautiful two-legged pullback. Has a beautiful trading range. Right, the trading range is being respected. Hits the bottom of the trading range, top of the trading range, comes back to the bottom of the trading range, bounces right off of it, goes below it just by not even one point. Right, just peaks below it. It has its own two-legged pullback on the 10K chart. A, B, C. Beautiful signal bar, enough to make a point in that entire swing. Back to the top of the trading range with the higher low setup. Beautiful setup on a 10K chart. And this is why the trading range indicator is so useful, because when you have it, and when it starts a trading range, this trading range indicators just becomes scary accurate. Like more accurate than I can imagine, because I made this trading range indicator purely based off price action, you know. And you can look at the website. If you go to the tutorial section, you can see how this trading range indicator actually identifies these trading ranges. It's right there for you. There's no secret to it. It just does it automatically. So we're at the top of the trading range now on the 10K chart with its own little two-legged pullback. A, B, C, top of the trading range. Still in a downtrend though, pandas, but notice now we actually broke above the 20 MA. It's been a while since we've done that. The last time we did that was way over here. And we're breaking above the 20 MA again. In my opinion, the only way I would really want to go long, I guess, is if we make a new low trap trade on the 10K chart. So when you have a 10K chart and a 2K chart, what you need to do is trade the 10K chart and trade the 2K chart. You don't try to trade the 2K chart off the 10K chart. You trade the 10K chart standalone, the 2K chart standalone. Pandas, welcome to the stream. Let's try to get to 50K before, or 50 likes before market open. We got about 2 more minutes. Hit that like button. Helps out the stream. Helps other people find out about the stream, especially those who are trying to find people who are doing live trades. I'm buy money. Let's find the best setups possible. Market's about to open. 2 minutes. Let's focus, pandas, and let's find those best setups possible. By the way, I hit 20K. I'm above 20K now, pandas, from 5K, and that means that I'm raising my contracts up by 1 more. So I'm doing 3 scalps, 1 runner. And this is a place where I like to be. I like to be at the 3 scalps, 1 runner place. I personally feel very comfortable with 5 scalps and just 5 scalps alone. If I see a really good setup, then I potentially would try to swing the entire trade. Two-legged pullbacks. Potential two-legged pullback here, but notice on the 10K chart we are at the top. Oh, that's a pretty good signal bar. Man, I kind of want to go short here. It's a trap here, potential trap. Ooh, trap trade. Trap trade right off the bat. Off the 10K chart, trap trade. Above the 20 EMA. Signal bar is huge though, that's a huge signal bar, pandas. That is a very big signal bar. That means a lot of risk. You gotta go 2 points here if you're gonna go long here. Ooh, it's a very, very good signal bar for a trap. Getting a little choppy here. It's a 10K chart. Ah, man, I really wanna go long here. Already makes a point, makes 2 points. Missed that trade. Pandas, man, that happened right at market open. We had a really good trap trade right there, but just too hesitant. Gonna blame the stream on that one again. Man, but that is a good setup. That's a trap trade. Beautiful signal bar for the trap as well. Man, oh man, oh man. I would have liked the new low, right? Instead, it gave us a higher low double bottom here. That was all it gave us. Now we're blasting off here. Break of trend, right? You have to recognize that break of trend. No setup on the 2K chart. That would have been a decent setup, right? If we had a two-legged pullback here. Optically, it is a two-legged pullback, but technically it is not. It's not a technical two-legged pullback, but that is a two-legged pullback there, optically. We call that hidden second entry. Man, the main reason why I didn't want to take this trade is because the risk was huge, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5.5, maybe 6, pretty much 6-point risk that you're thinking here. You got to do at least 2 to 3 points. I just wasn't sure if it was going to do that for us, but man, Pandas, people were ready to buy after that reversal. They thought it was going to reverse here, and these trap traders all hurting. All these trap traders reversing this market. Man, I saw that little wiggle, and I was really hesitant, but because the bar was just too big for me, that would have been a big loss. And if it did reverse, I hesitated way too much for that, but that is the main reason why I don't want to go in, because of the big risk. If this bar was smaller, I might have considered that, but I could have just done maybe a bigger reward. But man, oh man, Pandas, it's all good, Pandas. There's plenty more that comes from. Let's go, baby. All we know is that we found a good setup, even though we missed it. Something's wrong here. Count is wrong. Here we go. Pretty strong push up now, Pandas. Let's find it. Let's find this channel here. That does give you a point. Amazing. I would not have gone short there. The market is quite volatile. Does the market want to come way back up, reclaim the 20 MA today? That'd be pretty wild in my opinion. I'm thinking trading range, but right now we have no reason to think trading range is strong uptrend. Sorry, I keep switching back. The 5 minutes showing strong bull bar. We do have the 240 SMA potentially going to act as resistance here on the 5-minute chart. We're going to sit on our pause. Sitting on our pause. It's a little baby two-legged pullback, terrible signal bar. A, B, C. Little baby two-legged pullback right there. Gives you a point plus more. I would like it closer to 20 MA. That's kind of in the middle of nowhere. You do not want to short this market right now. This is way too strong going upwards. No entries for us, really. Other than that trap trade on 10K chart, but too big of a risk for me. About 6-point risk. What I should have done maybe is lessened my contract sizes. I could have done that. I could have done half contract size because the risk was a little bit more than usual. I could do that. Maybe I do that next time. I didn't realize how big I'm trading 4 contracts now, so actually I can cut it in half now. Before I was pretty much in the mindset of 3 contracts, but now that I know I have 4 contracts, I'm actually more willing to do 2 contracts, maybe scaling. Huh. It's nice to have more contracts. You're a little more flexible. You can do a little more things. No entries so far for us, Pandas. Huge. Oh, this 5-minute bar, look how strong it is. You're thinking follow through, and you're thinking potential, right? When you have a big bull bar like this, way above all of the previous pivot highs, you're thinking strong bull trend day today, right? You're thinking that this is going to be the beginning of a strong bull trend spike in channel, and it could last for a very long time. spiking channel. No entries yet, pandas. We disrespected the 240 SMA on the 2000 tick chart. I gotta learn how to figure out how to turn off that system noise when I mute it. Clear my throat. I don't want to do that in the mic. It's gross. All right, we got what we got here. We got 240 SMA now acting as support. Let's get a two-legged pullback, pandas. Let's get that two-legged pullback. 5 minute is pretty close to the 240 SMA. We want some follow through after this big bull bar. You don't want to see this if you're a bull. 3 more minutes on that bar. Potential two-legged pullback here, pandas. Aggressive traders will go long right here on the first entry. The first entry doesn't even trigger, so we can't get our second entry. We need a first entry before we get our second entry. Tick above, okay. Potential two-legged pullback, pandas. A, B, C. I would like a higher low two-legged pullback. That would be a nice setup for me, in my opinion. Right, that's not what you want to see. You don't want to see the bull bar turn to big bear bars. Big push down. Big push down. Terrible signal bar, but potential two-legged pullback here. You don't want to see this, the 5 minute. The two-legged pullback triggers on the 10K chart. This blast through makes it scalps out so quick right there. The 10K chart is the reason why that pushed down so fast. Right, the two-legged pullback on the 10K chart. People are trying to come out break even. For those who went short here, they're trying to come out break even. They bought or sold again here. They're trying to find a midpoint. Midpoint will be right here. So they're gonna try to come out right here, basically around the 20 MA. Another push down, pandas. Does this break below the previous pivot low? No. Double bottom at the moment. Another second entry. But this is a break of trend. That's unusual. Right, if you're thinking strong uptrend, that's unusual for this to happen, a strong uptrend. You don't want to see that. But this is first break of trend, in my opinion. Right, with the trend line. Got another one potentially here. Could be testing the top of this channel. Potential H4 setup here. Again, pandas, you do not want to see this on a 5 minute. Strong bull bar with the follow through bar is not confirming it. No confirmation on the follow through bar. 10K chart strong bear bar. If we're in a trading range day today, this may be the top of the trading range. We'll come way back down to make a new low. Could easily happen. Could very easily happen. Again, we actually don't get our H4 setup. This actually scalps you out. That's incredible. All these have scalped out so far. Ooh, you kind of like that. You kind of like that if you want to go long. You like that. You don't want to break above. Getting kind of choppy here. Ooh, broke above it. Not for me. That's not for me. It's not for me. I don't want to go short here either. Getting choppy. Don't want to go short nor long here. You're thinking actually new high here. Very nice signal bar to go short. I'm not trying to do either right now. After a strong bull trend, you're kind of hesitant to think it's just going to reverse on a dime. You know, the V tops, A tops are the rare case scenarios. But it looks like we do have strong presence of bears here still. That's a two-legged pullback off the 20 MA. Unfortunately, we didn't get our major trend reversal pattern here. We need a new high, right? We need to break the previous high, so we could not actually take this, in my opinion. You don't know if this uptrend is done. You don't know if this is going to be a trading range. It works this time, pandas, and you might think, man, he just missed another opportunity. But in my opinion, no, it was not a trade to take. But pretty nice signal bar to like a pullback. Coming back maybe to the bottom, right? Like I said, this is the midpoint. I drew this horizontal line. We have the midpoint from this. If you're entered here and entered here, right? The bears who are here are trying to come out break even right here, pretty much around the 20 MA. Let's see if they get their break even here. They're praying to get break even, come up break even. They're praying hard. Thoughts and prayers. And for those who went short here, held all the way here, and they're going to try to come up break even right here. Let's go, baby. Hey, let's get to 50 likes. Could not get down here. Those pandas who are praying that it will get down to their break even. We do have smaller trend line, right? If we do something like this, break of trend, new low, we could look for a trap to go long here or a higher low setup. I wouldn't mind that setup. If it's a good signal bar, I may take it to go long here. I may take it to go long because now how the 5 minute looks like, we have these strong push down, but no follow through, right? These are big wicks, failed breakdowns in my opinion. Man, these traders, they wanted to come out break even, but they could not come out break even. I need a higher low setup, pandas. Let's get the higher low setup. This also might be a double top though, pandas, so you gotta be careful. We gotta see how it reacts basically on these pivots, right? 1, 2 hits, 3 hits. If it's a strong bull bar, then we can ignore it. 1, 2, 3 hits currently on this one line here. Strong bull bar closing above it. I'm thinking it's gonna go higher, pandas. We're making a new high now. We want that new high. The new high is what we're looking for. If we're gonna try to go short, we actually want the new high. Or could be double top here, triple top. Or it could be double top up here. So that's what we're looking for. If it doesn't make a new high, we need to see strong evidence of a double top right here. Strong push down, strong bear bars. Breaking below the previous pivot low. See, as a bull, you want to see a bar like this. You do want to see a bar like this. Probably the highest probable thing right now is another push up, probably to the 240 SMA. In my opinion, we're making a new high, attempting to make a new high. No entries for us though, pandas. Notice that, no entries. No entries still. Getting smacked down here, right? Strong bull bar, but strong bear bar to follow. Every bar gives us new information. Strong bear bar is not that strong actually. Closes above this pivot high. Okay, another push down. There's follow through on that bar. Still waiting. There could be a double top here. The market tried to attempt to make a new high, but strong bear bar like this, confirming potential double top. Strong bull bar. This market is crazy right now, pandas. Very, very scary stuff. All right, so now another push down on the 10K chart. Forming its own little two-legged pullback. A, B, C, potential two-legged pullback on the 10K chart. Could be a double top here, right? A lower high double top. Strong push back up. Goodness, broke above here. Sayonara. First entry long. Forget that. Market says we don't give you two-legged pullbacks in this market. Like I said, another push up. Most likely thing gonna happen. Come up to the 240 SMA most likely on the 5-minute chart. About to touch a 240 SMA. You probably can scalp out if you put a limit order right on that 240 SMA. Most likely could scalp out. 240 SMA is touched. If you put a limit order here, most likely can scalp out. Or get stopped out right there. Strong push up, new high. That's why I don't do that. Let's get rid of some of these lines, too much noise. We do have the new highs, right? Break of trend, new high. Break of trend, new high. So now we're trying to look for potential down. It's very strong bull trend in my opinion right now. Still very strong. Looks like a pure doji bar right now. The 10K chart, there is nothing stopping this right now. Breaker trend, new high. Have all the ingredients of a major trend reversal. If you did a Mackian trend line, you would have done something like this. Actually bouncing right off of it like that. That's a Mackian way to make trends, using the low to the extreme of the body. Strong uptrend, multiple bull bars in a row, John asks, what's the difference between a tick chart versus the time chart? The tick chart actually only develops after every tick, which means every trade. Every time a trade is conducted, right, this exchange, it goes one tick. And so we're actually kind of looking at volume here rather than time. And so this is price action and volume. It's not exactly volume. There's actually a volume chart where every tick is every single contract, but with the tick chart, it's every trade. Every tick is a trade. And so you can have 20 contracts in that one trade, one contract, doesn't matter. As long as it's a trade, it'll count as a tick. Break a trend, strong bear bars in a row. We have no setup though, pandas. We could do a lower high setup here, pandas, and we can potentially go short here. I'll need a good signal bar to go short though. So I'm thinking now this trend has completed. We'll see here. If it makes another new high, then it's just uptrend. Incredible uptrend. Time chart is basically, it's just purely based on time. So I actually like to have the time chart, which is a 5-minute chart. Oh yeah, notice pandas. If you did have a limit order here, you would have a pretty big stop loss, but you've been able to scalp out on 240 SMA. That first entry, so strong. Definitely not going short here. No way I'm going short here. Ryan Shatner. He went for that first entry. Let's go, baby. Hey, show Ryan Shatner some love, pandas. No way I'm going short here. It's a good signal bar, though. I may want to go long here. This is purely a second entry. Ooh. I hate that. I hate those outside bar reversals. No entries for me yet. I don't like how choppy this is getting. Skipping this trade. Yep, that's why I hate those outside bar reversals. This is a two-legged pullback, pandas. Big push down. A, B, C. Huh. Failed breakdown here. Reversing. Yeah, I'm skipping this trade. High chance for this to make a point, though. Very high chance to make a point. I don't like this trap, though. Too above the 20 EMA. But notice here with the new high, right? We are actually looking to go short at this point. It's a little tricky right now, pandas. A little tricky for me. It's a Pikachu trap. I'm gonna take this short trade here, pandas. Again, outside bar reversal. That's why the outside bar reversals, I don't take those. I don't take those outside bar reversals. Getting very choppy here, very difficult to see what's gonna happen. In my opinion, most likely gonna keep going on its uptrend. Most likely gonna continue the uptrend. But very terrible price action. Right, broke above, broke below, broke above, broke below. Right, broke above, broke below. It just keeps chopping around here. Very difficult to trade, in my opinion. This uptrend is not done, pandas. 10K chart making a trap actually here. The trap already makes a point. Two traps to the upside on the 10K chart. Incredible. Very tricky, in my opinion. They actually had the makings of a major trend reversal. Double top. No setups right now. 10K chart. Very choppy on the 10K chart, as you can see. 1, 2, 3, 4 overlapping bars. 5 minute, like I said, most likely we'll have another push up after this strong bull bar. Could be measure move, but I'm not sure if the measure move will be hit. Almost hit that measure move. Almost. But 1 point off. Double top now. Interesting. Major trend reversal, double top. Pretty strong push down now. Trading range indicator. Identifying this trading range. Still above the 20 MA though. I may take this lower high setup, pandas. May take this lower high setup here if we get a good signal bar. Thinking of coming back to the bottom of this trading range. I might swing a couple points. Let's go, baby. Might take this lower high setup. Terrible signal bar. Terrible signal bar. No trades. Just riding above the 20 MA, surfing above it. People keep buying off the 20 MA. This is a lower high setup. Triple top now. 1, 2, 3 hits. If I take this, I must swing this trade. I have to swing this trade. Terrible signal bar. But 3 hits right now. 1, 2, 3 hits. It looks like it wants to keep going up though, pandas. It looks like it wants to rocket upwards, in my opinion. It looks like it just wants to keep skyrocketing to the heavens. Right, the fact that it's just riding above the 20 MA like this makes me think it's gonna keep going up higher and higher. We do have a wedge here though, pandas. But the fact that it's above the 20 MA like this makes me think it has more room to go up. But we must recognize this wedge. It's basically coiling up here. Confusing, it's just coiling up. It's became a pretty tight trading range all of a sudden. Very confusing. The 10K chart. Nothing to see here. 5-minute chart above the 240 SMA now. Let's see if we can stay above it. Potential trap trade here to go long. A strong bear bar like this makes me a little worried. 5 pushes up. Trapped gone. This is just too choppy in my opinion. Very difficult to trade. Still above the 20 MA though. Clearly above the 20 MA. Every single time it hits it, bounces right off of it. You gotta respect that. You have to respect that. Ooh. Nope. I thought it was gonna be a good signal bar, but it wasn't. If it does break below here, I'm thinking it's coming back to the bottom of the trading range right here. Might be a risk worth taking. We're talking about this much reward. Terrible signal bar. I think I need to be very convinced. This is a two-legged pullback here. A, B, C. Two-legged pullback makes a point, easy. Pick a two trade. Should have considered going long there, right off the trend line as well. I don't know why I skipped that. I should have taken that one. I think I was too worried that I was going to go short or it was going to go down, but that was a good setup. I was too focused on the other thing. That's a good setup for the A, B, C. I think I was, at that very moment, I was thinking maybe going short, but that was a good setup to go long. Pandas, I missed that, sorry. Clearly missed that trade. That's a good setup right there. That's a nice setup. Pikachu trade, trap, right off the 20 EMA and trend line. Pandas, I made a mistake. I missed a clear, in my opinion, a pretty clear long to go into. Multiple points. In fact, your runner will still be going right now. I missed that one, Pandas. Phil W, let's go, baby. Hey, Pandas. For those who are just entering and rolling in, I'm Bye Money. Welcome to the stream. On this stream, we trade pure price action trading only. We trade only the E-mini futures. Huh. We trade only one single setup, two-legged pullback. It's a setup that looks like this, either two pushes down, two pushes up. On the right context, this is a greater than 90% probability to make 1 point off the E-mini. Failed breakout. And so we have here a two-legged pullback. A nice point right there. All these dark red and dark green numbers are two-legged pullbacks. The indicator here, even though we trade pure price action, I have an indicator that helps with price action, counting legs automatically. And this indicator helps find the second entries with dark red and dark green numbers. If you look to the right of the chart, you see that this diamond and number are dark red. That means if it goes below the previous pivot low, right? If it hits this diamond, the diamond is always placed in the spot where you would put your trade. So if I were to try to go short here, I would go like this, right? Put it right on the diamond, and this dark red number signifies that this will be a second entry to go short. The reason being is because we have an A, B, C pattern, right? Two pushes up and now reversal. This is potentially a failed breakout here, right? Or a retest of this wedge. Depends on how you want to trade this. But that's what we're seeing here. There's a probability. There's a bull case and bear case for every single trade. I'm liking this. I want to go short here if it does break below previous candle's low on the 10K chart. Making new highs. So now this turned to a 1 because now we have, not only is it a second entry, but now it's a higher high second entry. If it's a 2, it's a lower high second entry. If you want more information about the indicator, you can check out the official website, www.twoleggedpullback.com. Let's go, baby. We're just on a super strong uptrend, Pandas. Nothing stopping us. I was too distracted and I missed this very good setup here. Missed a very good setup, Pandas. I kind of like this short though. Not, you know, no cap. I actually like this short. I like this short here. But not enough to take it. Strong bull bar on the 5-minute. It does scalp out. I did like that, but not enough to take it. No setups at the moment. Hey Pandas, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you give me some good mornings, good evenings if you just enter the stream. Let me know where you guys are from. Give me your location. We like to let the community know how worldwide we are, how global the two-legged pullback is. Could have a trading range right above here now. Trading range here, trading range right above it. morning, good morning. Let's go, baby. Murtaza from Singapore. Richard Harris, good morning, good morning. Getting some chop now. The chop will most likely will turn into some sort of trading range. Right? These choppy bars most likely will make this into some sort of trading range. Still above the 20 MA. Still respecting this trend line. Incredible. This trend line. Still in play. A little upset that I missed this trade. In my opinion, that was a good setup. I usually don't get upset about missing trades, but this one, I am. I was looking left when I should be looking right. Again, getting choppy. Very difficult to know what's going to happen here, but you're thinking uptrend will continue until it stops. Pablo from Argentina. Chevrolet. I've been to Argentina multiple times in my life. Buenos Aires and first time I ever had, South American barbecue was in Argentina. And it blew my mind away. There's some of the best barbecue in Argentina. Getting choppy here, but still above the 20 MA. It's going to chop from chop to chop, chop to chop. Proficiently says, gonna start his real trading day on Monday. Hey, thoughts and prayers to you, Proficiently. Hope you do amazing. Hope you still join our streams. Asado, sí, asado. I love asado. So good. First time I ever had empanadas was in Argentina. Asado, so good. Also, first time I had yerba mate. Goodness, it's actually crazy. Yerba mate in Argentina is more popular than coffee, right? No one drinks coffee in Argentina. They all drink yerba mate. And you have to like break in your own little gourd. You gotta like put hot water in it. You gotta break it in, and it becomes like your own gourd that you drink out of, and only you drink out of. And it comes like this sweet straw, like has like a straw that filters. It's actually so good, and it actually tastes very good. Pandas, we got an L4 setup here. We got an L4 setup. 1, 2, 3 pushes up. 1, 2, 3, 4 pushes up. Inside bar on the 10K chart. It's just choppy though, Pandas. It's just choppy. I cannot go short here. But this is a very nice short in my opinion. That's an outside bar reversal. Wouldn't take that until it actually completes. Candle needs to complete first. Oh, I am so tempted to take this short, Pandas. I am so tempted to take this short. I cannot tell you how tempted I am. Ooh. Ooh. I'm actually still tempted. We broke below it on the 10K chart. This is too choppy sitting on my hands. Just watching. Glad I didn't take that trade. Whoo! These outside bar reversals are so tricky. But if you did take the trade, you're still in the trade because your stop loss is way up here. It's a big stop loss. Pretty big. Still respecting the 20 EMA here. One, two, three, four failed breakouts to the upside. This is a daily chart. That's how it looks like. Right, bottom of the trading range, coming right back up. Three Pikachus in a row. One, two, three. Inside, outside bar. Complete trading range at the moment. Still above the 20 EMA. Most likely, in my opinion, will come down actually. Come back down. Actually, this is difficult. It's just two sideways. 1, 2, 3, 4. About 20 bar trading range, making this about 50-50. Inside, outside, inside bar, IOI pattern, as Albrooks will call it, breakout mode. Trading range way too choppy to trade in my opinion, right here. But the trading range indicator is identifying the trading range. It identified it way back here on these 3 bars, 1, 2, 3 bars, and it started creating the trading range indicator way back here, letting you know this is going to get choppy soon. And it got very choppy. It's getting very choppy now. We're just within the trading range. Typically, you don't want to bank on a breakout. I might trade this 5-minute. Chart. Depends what kind of candle this gives me. It's an IOI pattern currently. On 10K is also IOI pattern. 10K just recognized we're at the top of trading range now. One, two, three, four, 5 hits basically, all in one spot. Just watching, sitting on our hands. This is way too choppy. Way too choppy to trade. Very choppy. There's that push up, strong push up, IOI pattern, breaking up to the upside for the 5-minute chart. Very strong push up. Very hard to trade, way too choppy. No setup for me inside there. Maybe this one if you consider the Pikachu, because the Pikachu doesn't care as much of the signal bar. But right, it's a Pikachu because it's 2-leg pullback. But also failed second entry. Sorry. A, B, C. Second entry long. But also A, B, C fails to make a point this way, so it's a trap. That's why it's called Pikachu, because it looks like a tail of a Pikachu when you draw the 2 patterns. Both a trap and a second entry. Yeah, that broke some bears for sure. This 1 bar. It was also a pseudo trap because of perfect scalp. You almost want to look for any reason to go long at this point. Spike in channel, clear spike in channel. Spike, channel. Ryan Shannon, 10 points. Let's go, baby. Congrats. Congrats. Still haven't entered a trade, unfortunately, Pandas. Sorry. I missed a couple good ones. I missed this one. I think it was probably the best setup so far. It got a little wonky here. Couldn't take any trades. Got too choppy here, so I couldn't take this trade here. Just watching. Strong push up. Potential, you have a hidden second entry here. Looks something like this. A, B, C. It's hidden second entry. Why it's hidden is because it doesn't actually break above the previous candle's high or low. So it doesn't trigger the counting, but when you look at it, it actually does have the movements of a two-legged pullback. Push down, push up, push down. Two pushes down, essentially. I want to go short here if we get a good setup here on a 10K chart. I'm not sure if it's going to happen though. Basically an L4 setup on the 5 minute. 1, 2, 3, 4 pushes up. Pseudo trap. Look to go short here, pandas. Maybe down to the 20 MA. I'm going to go short here. The inside bar on a 10K chart. Going to scalp out and then going to have a runner here. See if we can get down to the 20 MA. 10K chart, top of the trading range, failed breakout. See if we get this. I might need 2 points here because the signal bar is very large. Let's see if we can scalp out here real quick. I'll have to do actual risk here. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy. 10K chart, top of the trading range, marked by trading range indicator. Beautiful signal bar, even though it's an inside bar. But failed, right? Failure, right? Strong, big push up, a wick. No follow through, inside bar. Let's try to ride this down a little bit here. 10K chart typically will not give you a runner. A lot of movements happen within there. But hey, pandas can dream. Let's get back to the 20 MA. Let's get back to let's come back to reality here. Let's come back to the 20 MA. If we can get it. It's a no risks trade, right? I'm protecting my capital by even going 1 tick beyond it, so it doesn't actually, you know, if it does come back, I don't lose any money even on commissions. I actually gain a little bit of money. I'm trying to come back to the 20 MA here. Watching this runner. And so this is why I like to sometimes just scalp out my entire position, because runners, you have to pay attention and you have to adjust it accordingly. But if I want to be really aggressive, I can come back to the bottom of the trading range. But let's just protect our profits by coming to the 20 EMA here. Strong bear bar. Strong bear bar. Gonna keep my runner here. Keeping my runner. This is free money. No worries. Watching the 10K chart, holding my runner. Honestly, the 10K, the runners typically don't really hit, so I would be surprised if it gets stopped out because gaps fill pretty quickly on the 10K chart. But this is strong enough push down. I'm willing to hold this, hoping the gap won't fill. Still on this runner. It's the 2K chart, that's how it looks like. Inside bar. It looks like they want to stop me out. Very close. But the 20 EMA on the 2K chart, that's why I was wanting to look at the 2K chart, see if there's any resistance here. We have the 20 EMA on the 2K chart, giving us some protection here. Very little protection, but holding my runner here. If I get stopped out, I get stopped out. I'm completely okay with that. For the runners, you kind of want that big hit, you know, and that's kind of what I'm trying to do here. And for me, I want at least another candle to finish. I want another bar to finish before considering moving my stop loss on my runner. I would like another candle to finish. Because once the candle finishes, then I can put it one tick above the candle. So when it starts to reverse, I can just come out. So I'll need at least one more candle to finish to be able to place my stop loss accordingly to that candle. Just being patient here, pandas. No reason to move anything. Just being calm, chill, collected. See how far this runner can go. Get me down to the 20 EMA. Get me down. I know you want to touch that 20 EMA. No, you want to touch it. No, you want to touch the 20 EMA. I know you want to touch the 20 EMA. Come on. Come on. Don't do that to me. I know you want to touch that 20 EMA. No, you want to touch the 20 EMA. Just a little more. Just a little bit harder. Come on, Bears. I know you got it in you. Come on. Come on. Come on. I know you want to touch the 20 EMA. I know you want to go back. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy, easy money. Let's go, baby. Two-legged pullback. 10K chart. Top of the trading range. A, B, C pattern. Beautiful signal bar. What else can I say, pandas? What else can I say? Let's go, baby. Patient. Be patient. That's the key. That's the key. Let's go, baby. I could have been even more patient, maybe held it to the bottom of the trading range, but hey, I like the profits. Let's go, baby. All right, pandas. To be honest, I think we're gonna end the stream right there. Let's go, baby. Hey, next week I might start a new journey. Not a journey, but I might change things up a little bit on the stream. I think the 5K journey thing, I think it's already played its course, and we Forex our account here. So I think what we're going to try to do is something else, maybe something a little more like Trades by Matt, where I might just post the daily on stream and keep updating it on the title. I kind of like that format. Kind of takes some pressure away from me as well, but it's because it's just per day, and so it's kind of nice to have that, that mindset, where we're just trading per day. So pandas on Monday, that might happen, it might not. Let's see how I feel. But pandas, by the way, if you want to get more information about the indicator, you can go to www.twoleggedpullback.com, and you can get a free trial. Try the free trial, no risk to you. You can try a free trial for 7 days. If you like it, you can purchase it. If you don't like it, then no harm done. So pandas, check it out. I'll see you guys Monday. By the way, I start at 9 o'clock. I start the daily chart review. When I mean daily chart review, I basically look at the review I look at the chart of the previous trading day, and I do a chart review on that leading up to the pre-market analysis. And so I hope that you guys can join the daily chart review where I go over and saying, hey, I think I like this two-legged pullback, I like this two-legged pullback, I like this trap here, and I kind of go over the trade. So pandas, I'll see you guys Monday. Hopefully you get everything on this stream that you get anywhere else. And I really do hope you like this content. By the way, pandas, if I put my limit order at the bottom of this trading range, high chance that I would hit it. Notice the trading range indicator as well. You can find that at the same website, www.twoleggedpullback.com. Notice how close it's going to get to the bottom of the trading range here. Identified way back here with these 3 bars. Goes up, comes back down. Pandas, let's go, baby. Hey, if you like the stream, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that like button. Supports us a lot. Once you do that, lets other people know, helps the YouTube algorithm know that this stream has people engaged and ready and willing to interact with the channel. So do appreciate if you hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. It missed it by 3 ticks. The bottom of the trading range. Could have got a little more juice from that. It's all good, pandas. It's all good. We had a good trade here. Let's go, baby. Alright, pandas. I'll see you guys Monday. As always, trade safe and happy trading. God bless. Have an amazing weekend, everybody. I'll see you guys bright and early Monday.